And we're back with another podcast. This week, we are talking about real estate, buying houses. Xavier's looking into purchasing a property. This isn't the first time for him, but he's looking into upgrading and getting himself something he can invest in.
Not only is Manny a handsome man, but he's also a real estate agent. So he has a lot of knowledge in this. We're doing a lot of things. We have this podcast. I, of course, have my music. He's in my my next few songs, my next music video, which is coming out soon. And now he's doing real estate. And we also have a TikTok store coming out soon as well. What would you recommend for people who are looking to buy a home?
You have to find yourself an agent that works for you and not works for themselves, because a lot of agents are trying to sell you a house. They're trying to get you into something that's not necessarily for you. Interviewing these agents and seeing what they're willing to do for you. Are they going to do the work for you, or are you going to have to do the work for yourself?
I'm coming to you first time. I want to buy a home.
You first want to start off with the pre-approval. Not a lot of people are going to want to work with you if you're not approved for anything. You're essentially wasting people's time.
When I purchased my first condo here, one real estate agent, she was a bitch, asked me, well, how much are you pre-approved for? And I said, I don't know. She's like, well, why don't you do that and then we'll talk. Very rude. So of course I didn't go with her. So I went and got a pre-approval, and that's when I went with this other guy, and I got my place. We didn't have to sign any non-exclusive agreements like you do now.
Well, most real estate agents, they want you to sign this contract. It says is anywhere that I want to work exclusively with you, and I don't want you to go to another real estate agent and try to buy a house through them. It's a safeguard, for the real estate agent, if you think about it, because they're not getting any money off of helping you find houses. They're only getting money when you actually close a deal.
Like for me, when I look for an agent, I have to trust them. Like I have to feel like they have my best interest. But when you speak to people, you think they all do, but they don't.
And then another thing is, in that same contract that you sign, they have what's called a fiduciary duty, which is like how you just said, put your client's best interest beforehand. And that's what I was saying. It's like you kind of really have to interview the real estate agent and see what kind of person that they are.
And like for you, I would hire you because you're cute. I would look at you like, oh, he's hot. I'm going to hire him. You'll be the first person I sign up with.
Yeah, I have my first client.
And then all my friends, if you don't sign up with him, you don't want to deal with me. So they will sign up with you too.
Just kidding.
No, they have to deal with my attitude and how I am. So a lot of them know how that is. And you know what? He's gonna have his own business cards. You'll be on Teams as well, which I think you should. Mm-hmm. So people can message you on Teams. Teams, I think it's a great tool that everybody uses. I'm a very compulsive person, and I'm very compulsive. Like I probably would have
pulled the trigger.
I probably would have pulled the trigger. Oh, I love this. Oh, let me give you money now. Like, let's
take
sign
my
this
money.
Yeah, take it. I want this place. And you told me, you said, hold up, let's wait. Then you pointed out a lot of things that you did not like, which I saw afterwards, but in the moment I didn't notice it.
Because in the moment you're like, wow, this could be mine. And that's exactly why people stage the house and why they do things certain ways. It's so that you walk in there and it's like, wow, I can see myself living here. You kind of want somebody to tell you, I've done this, I've sold houses, I've dealt with these things. Let me give you my experience. And that's essentially what you're hiring a real estate agent to do, to give you their knowledge, to give you their experience, to give you their opinion, because these are professionals that have been doing this for years and are, licensed and studied for this. So, I would definitely hire a real estate agent because it's a huge transaction that you're getting yourself into. A house isn't something small. I'm super excited to guide you through the process of buying a house and kind of what to look for.
But like I told you before, I'm not sure when I'm gonna buy one.
I know, so, and like how I said, it's like it's not for you to buy now.
I know.
It's just for you to know your market and know what's out there and see the trends of the market, when houses are going up, when houses are going down.
What do you think, Klimba?
You want a new house? Yeah.
Do you want a new house? Ask him. Klimba, do you want a backyard? You want a backyard?
Yeah, he definitely wants
one. Backyard, you can run around. Look how big he's getting.
I
But look at his collar. Like that. Hey, did you lick me? Nasty.
Of course.
So what would you say to somebody buying their first home? How would you give them advice in budgeting money and to buy their first home?
That's a really good question, and it's a very tricky question because there's not really like a set thing that you should save up for, because you obviously need more than the down payment. Just depending on what kind of mortgage you're approved for, whether it's a conventional, whether it's an FHA loan, you always want to have more money than what you're expecting to pay for the property, because after you purchase a property, then there's the taxes, and there's lots of unexpected fees. It's much more than just, here's my down payment, get me into a house. All of this is in writing. All of this is in the contract that you signed.
Oh.
So unless it was stated in the contract.
I went to this open house that Manny found this place. It's close to Culver City, and it's in a nice area, and it's really cheap for this area, honestly. And it was a 2-bedroom, 2 baths. So I went right after the gym. I didn't look my best, and they were just like, whatever, sign here, whatever. So I came back, dressed up. What did I have on? I brought my trusty Birkin with me. I put on a new pair of Chanel sunglasses,
Louis Vuitton, leather jacket,
and then
you had your Balenciaga shoes,
boots, and then these women were like kissing our ass. Let me get your email address. Oh, I can't read it. What is it exactly? Oh, yes. Oh, and then as soon as I got home, they started texting me, asking me, and this is why I'm talking about the real estate agent. Even though I already told her, I said, listen, I'm not sure if I'm going to stay here or not. Remember I told her this? Mm-hmm. I said, I'm waiting for a few weeks. I'll let you know. She literally texted me when I got home saying, oh, it was great meeting you. I'm going to send you this contract. By the way, do you want to put an offer on this home? So I waited and I told her, I literally just told you that I don't know yet. I'll let you know in a few weeks. And I wasn't lying, because I'll know in a few weeks what's happening with other adventures I'm doing, because I was told I wasn't sure if I'm going to stay here. So for me, when she did that, she kind of lost my trust a little bit.
Yeah, because it's like you're now not feeling like this is a friend. This is someone that has your best interest.
She wants money.
Like someone's trying to sell you on something.
Exactly, and that's exactly how I felt. And then either that or she was not listening to me at all. But the fact is, like, people treat you differently on the way you dress.
Before we went into the open house, I was telling him a bunch of these things, and I like that you experienced all these things, only not because it's like I wanted you to experience them. I just wanted to kind of like have you gain my trust, where it's like, what I'm saying is valid. I'm not
Babe,
shit
of course I trust you. Of course I trust you. I do.
I'm smiling, and it's the Botox.
I know, and it was just like I kind of, and this is gonna sound crazy. Don't laugh, because I know you're gonna laugh. I felt like the time that I had to sit and coach with the dog. That's how I felt like. That's exactly how I felt like when they weren't like, they were literally I came in, they didn't really say any really much to me when I came in. They're like, oh yeah, go see the place. And they were just sitting on the couch talking to each other. And I'd asked them a lot of questions. Like, nobody came with me to show me anything.
And it didn't seem like they wanted to help you either.
No, it didn't seem like they wanted to help me. And I even told them, I'm sorry, I just came from the gym. And she's like, whatever she said. But then when they came back the second time, the whole vibe changed. It looked like they actually thought I was interested. I saw that one chick eyeing my bag. And we were walking, talking. They were answering questions. They got up. It was just the whole different vibe. So I totally felt like the first time. So when you go look at a house, if you're serious, at least dress nice. Mm-hmm. Or unless you want
not just that, but a lot of the times when you do go look at a house, you kind of want to have somebody with you that's experienced, probably a real estate agent already, just so instead of, them having that communication with you, they'll have that communication with your real estate agent. A lot of the agents that go show you these places, they're already prepared. They've already studied the house. They already kind of know what it entails. They've already reached out to the the selling agent and seeing, you know, exactly what it all is. So once you go there, you kind of understand as you're walking you through the house what you're looking at.
And then when I asked her about the neighborhood, she said, you know, honestly, I don't know about the neighborhood. This is not my area. And then she told me a story about how someone said they would not live they would live where I was looking, but not in other places. So like knowledge base wise, like
you have to know
a little bit
where you're selling.
Exactly, because people are going to ask you, especially in that neighborhood, like, is this a safe neighborhood? And the place wasn't that bad, honestly.
It just needed some work.
Yeah, it did need some work.
And you're looking for a turnkey, ready to move in, ready to function your life.
I mean, unless you're handy, then you can do the work for me, but I don't know.
Well, my name is Manny. Manny.
I know how to do a lot of things. I just don't tell people I do. Everyone here thinks I'm this thing from New York City who's high maintenance, who doesn't know how to do anything. That is not the case, because I know how to do a lot of things.
You sure do, and I feel like you should, you know, let people know that, because they're gonna respect you more and they're gonna think of you more highly.
Yeah. That was my adventure, and I thought this would be a great segue into our new chapter, Manny's new chapter.
Our new chapter.
Again, guys, thank you again. Until next time, stay street smart.